writing an expression with two variables. Let's look at a word problem, see what that means. If you're given a problem like this, it says rice has 10 grams of protein per serving and beans have 4 grams per serving. Write an expression to find the total grams of protein in X servings of rice and Y servings of beans. It sounds more complicated than it actually is. What I went ahead and did was I underlined the most important parts. Rice has 10 grams of serving, 10 grams of protein. So I went ahead and I wrote rice 10 on the bottom. Beans has 4 grams per serving. So I wrote beans 4. Now it says write an expression to find the total grams of protein in X servings of rice and Y servings of beans. So they're telling you the X represents the rice and the Y represents the beans. And you know, if you have like 3 servings of rice, well then it's just 3 times 10. If you had 5 servings of beans, it would be 5 servings of 4 grams of protein per serving. So 5 times 4 would be 20. It's the same with the variables. Here we have X servings of rice with 10 grams of protein in each serving. So it would simply be 10X. Now we have Y servings of beans with 4 grams of protein in each serving. So it would be 10X plus 4Y. And that would be our expression for X servings of rice plus Y servings of beans. Okay, so let's say the problem continues. Now we know we already set up this. We have this 10x plus 4y, right? We set that up. And the problem continues to say, how much protein would you get if you were given 3 servings of rice and 4 servings of beans? Well, if you're given 3 servings of rice, we know in the last thing we said, last slide, we said our rice was the X, right? And our beans, you could just look at your notes, is the Y. So if we're given 3 servings of rice, we're really saying the rice is X, so X equals 3. And if we're given 4 servings of beans, we're saying the Y equals 4. Well, all we need to do now is substitute 10 times X, which is 10 times 3, plus 4 times Y, which is 4 times 4. And we know how to do this. This would be 30 plus 16, which equals 46 grams of protein per serving for 3 servings of rice and 4 servings of beans. You would get a total of 46 grams of protein. Now I made up these levels of protein, so don't think they're completely accurate, but I'm sure you could look that up and figure out what that actually is. You do get a good source of protein from that dish. Okay, let's try another one. At the game, candy costs $2.50, so I'm going to circle this. Candy is $2.50, and I'm going to write it down here. Candy is $2.50, and drinks cost $1.50. So drinks are $1.50 each. Write an expression if you bought C candy and D drinks. Well, we're going to do the same first step as we did in the last one. If we bought C candy, so the candy, the variable is a C, and the drinks, the variable is the D. Okay, so if we bought C candy, it would just be $2.50 times however many candies you bought, which is the variable, since we don't know how many. If we knew C was, we bought 2 candy bars or 2 boxes of candy, well then it would be 2 boxes of candy times $2.50, right? But now we don't know how many, so it's $2.50, which is the cost, times C. But we're going to add to that, how many drinks are we buying? Well, we don't know how many, but we know it's $1.50 for each drink, so it would simply be $1.50 times D, and that would be our expression, $2.50C plus $1.50D. Now, what if that problem continued, and we have, so far we have 250C plus 150D, right? We figured that out. Now it says write an expression and solve. If you are given $20, you're given $20 and you buy 2 boxes of candy, so 2C, and 3 drinks. Okay, so the D is 3. So C equals 2 and D equals 3. So now we're going to go ahead and substitute those, but the important thing that's to make note of is you're given $20. What is your change is the question here. What is your change? So if you're given $20 and these are your expenses, remember when we learned with profit, this is $20 is what you're given, right? So you have $20 and then you're going to take away whatever you're spending. So you're going to end up taking away $250C plus $150D, right? Because we're trying to calculate our change. We have $20, this is how much we're spending, so we're going to subtract. But let's take it another step. $20 minus $250, C we said was 2, times 2, plus 150 times D, which is 3. Okay, and this all goes together like this in the parentheses, so it's $20 minus, let me just make sure you can still see this. Yep, $20 minus 250 times 2, which is $5, plus 150 times 3, which is $450. This becomes $20 minus $950, and our total would equal $1050. And that's the final answer. That would be your change. So the rest is just calculations. The hardest part is just, and it's really not that hard, it's just underlining what you think is important in the statement, the cost, what the variables should be for whatever you're looking at, like D, drink, C, candy. And think about what is your change means how much is left over, which we know is a subtraction. So you're going to have to take all of these, figure out the variables, set up the expression, substitute, subtract, and you get your answer. So 1050 would be the final answer. And that's about it. All of these problems are very similar. You'll see in your textbook. So just take them step by step, replay this, see if you could do it on your own, and that's it.